Hi, and welcome back to It's
To
Okay,
be wrong.
a podcast with KB and Tanner Cunningham. Well, hello.
Hi, sugar. How are you?
I am feeling like a showgirl.
Oh, well, in that case, should I say kitty?
They call me Kitty. No, literally. Yeah, you can call me Kitty. Actually, I love that song because
No.
Tanner calls me Kitty.
I do.
And like,
If you look at my phone, her name is Kitty. On our stockings that we've had for years now, her name is Kitty.
in high school, he called me
Kitty.
He used to do it to get under my skin. And
To
I'd be
piss
like,
her off.
I'd be like, he would say, "Hey, Kitty."
That's my way of flirting, you know.
No, literally. And I'd be like, "Stop it. You know, you sound like a stripper."
I'm like, but you're a showgirl now.
No, literally. And so, all that to say, let's talk going to Vegas for 12 hours
Let's.
and the life of a
Life of a
showgirl,
Showgirl.
because we haven't done it yet. So, the life of a showgirl officially released about 1 week ago, 9 days, because this is Sunday and you're getting this eventually.
Sometime in the ether, yeah.
Yes. But the life of the showgirl has been out just over a week and a half at this point. And wow, what a whirlwind it has been. There has been so many takes, so many different
many
opinions. And like opinions are like arseholes. Everybody has them. And some people sound like that. Some people just
And
don't
some
get
people
art.
douche and some people stink.
And on that note,
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the album.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you, on first listen, I had a really hard time with it, but I will say on every first listen, I have a hard time. I have a hard time processing new music because there's so many sounds layered in there. I'm like, what's that? What's that? I don't like that. What about that? What's that?
So irregardless of artist, that's just like your plight.
No, it's literally my plight in life.
Yeah.
Is like Tanner can't turn on like noise in the house without letting me know first.
I'm like, hey, this is happening.
Or like he'll leave water running and I'm like, why is that water running? Why is that? He's
gotta
like, I'm
get it
trying
hot.
to get it hot. I'm like, isn't there a quicker way to do that than like leaving the water running? That noise is really annoying. So all that to say, noise is different for me at first. And then like I just grow to love it. And then I grow to think about feelings and ideas, and we see things and we attach all this like different narratives to it. And I'm obsessed.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't disagree. I had a very similar first listen experience, and I don't know if I was just taking on like your opinion, but I was like, yeah, I'm like, okay. And on the heels of TTPD, and I mean, she warned us it was not going to be like,
no, she literally
something
said,
like that.
She said, this is not going to be an expensive album. There's not going to be any more songs.
You're getting 12 tracks,
you're
a tight 12.
She said a tight 12. The lyrics are going to be quick and fun. She was like, the music is going to be movie and like
Sonically
vibey.
gorgeous.
And it is.
And it is. Yeah.
And so like people, they're like, where's this? Where is this? Well, you know what? It's not Shake It Off on the same album as You Are in Love as Wildest Dreams.
They are.
Literally. It's not Karma on the same album as Midnight Rain and Maroon.
They are.
Karma is a cat sitting in my lap because it loves me.
Funny.
No, literally. Like my girl she's LOL funny.
No, she's funny. And
she's also said she's better off for the things that she does on the mattress. Whoa. Like she said that back years ago. Like she's just.
That is something Taylor likes to do though, is like juxtapose like the old with the new, and she does it in The Fate of Ophelia, and like she does that often, and like trying to make these words make sense where they wouldn't, like, you know, Karma's a cat sitting on my lap, like.
No, literally.
Yeah, so I'm just like, she is great. And I love this album.
I do too. I love the album. I think there's so many like double meanings, hidden meanings, fun meanings. I think it's so sonically fun to listen to. And I was actually listening to this TikTok about Max Martin this morning. And one of the things Max Martin likes, he learned from his mentor. I don't remember who his mentor was. So like, sorry to this man, but
sorry to my mentors.
Literally. He like goes with the leave them on the dance floor theory. And that theory is that you have to hook someone within 2 seconds of knowing your song. And that's how you stay on the dance floor. But if you lose them with long intros, then they're not going to stay. Then you're not going to keep the boogie alive. Then you're not going to keep people dancing and vibing. And so that is something interesting about Max Martin, especially when we think about these songs. Some of them feel so fast and compact in comparison to the super long storytelling that we've got before. But the story's there if you're willing to listen.
Yeah, no, for
But
sure.
the Max Martin of it all, doesn't that make sense? Like, leave them on the dance floor. All of these are
Absolutely.
lyrically, sonically, like,
They're made for TikTok, basically. And that's kind of like the school of TikTok. Like, you got to hook them in 2 seconds. If not, they're going to move on.
no, exactly. It is the school of TikTok. I was like, I think I've seen this film before.
And I think I like the ending.
No, I loved the ending of this. And you know, if you don't like this album, there are 11 other albums for you to go listen to.
Yep. Agreed. No, I
I
think
like-
that's the take. But obviously, that's not true because she's breaking all the records. And she maybe has bots doing it. And if so, T.
No, well, you know what? Like, we haven't, like, in the last few years, like, we haven't purchased an album.
No, we have not bought a physical copy of an album since we've been married.
No. And, like, honestly, like, and sometimes, like, we physically could not afford to. We physically
No.
couldn't go see the Eras tour more than once because,
The
like, we
movie,
didn't
yeah.
have the money to.
Well,
Like,
well, we certainly weren't going on the tour.
No.
But we could barely afford
for
to go
the
to the
movie
movies
ticket.
once.
Like, you know, and so, like, there are things of just, like, where people are in different moments. But, of
Totally.
like, we bought 2 vinyls and a CD.
And yet we have no vinyl.
And yet we have no vinyl player, but the vinyls are so pretty. And like, my girls won me over, and it was like the first time I felt like I could support in a long time, because like, you did get me an Eras tour hoodie for my birthday 2 years ago because we couldn't go to the tour, but
Right.
that was like even a stretch then. Like, you know, we were hustling. And like, more on that later. I'm so glad we're not now. Is having to hustle is hard prosperity.
And I'm just excited because I do want to get into the world of record players. We actually went to the cutest record store downtown Castle Rock called
Shut
Boogie
up.
West.
Yes.
And we met Tammy, the record store owner, not to dox you, girl, but we love you, Tammy.
We love you, Tammy. They
She-
started on 8/8 of 88.
No.
That's when their store
She's a
opened.
bitch.
No,
She
she's
is
so
a bitch.
divine.
I love
She has been to over 33 Stevie Nicks concerts. And
She's-
tell the story now.
Okay, so we were looking around the record store, and it was like there were definitely like so many homages to Stevie Nicks, and like there was like a Barbie, there were photos with her, and I was like, oh, so we were checking out. I was like, oh, so you've met the White Witch? And she looked at me and she was like, yeah, actually I have. And she was like, can I tell you a story? And I was like, God, please, Tammy. I said at the feet.
She was like, do you have a minute? And we were like, as
Whatever
long as
you need.
want.
Yeah. So she told us about going to meet her for the first time. She had owned the record store already, and a lady came in to sell her records because she buys records also from people. And she was getting married to a pastor, and this man said,
Sorry to this man.
Yeah, sorry to this pastor. He said, if you're going to marry me, you have to get rid of all of your Stevie Nicks stuff because I heard that she's a witch. And Stevie Nicks confirmed that. She said, yes, I am a witch, but I'm a white witch. She does it for the good. She's Glinda, the good witch, you know.
Glinda.
And so, anyways, say all that to say, Tammy ends up with this photograph of Stevie Nicks. She takes it. She takes several things to be signed by the White Witch herself. And Stevie stops at this photo, and she's like, wait a second, where did you get this? And she tells her the story that I just told you. And she's like, this photo we took one day, and back in the day, I don't know how cameras worked, but you know, their shit wasn't like digital.
Yeah. It's
And
not like
so-
right now where I have 50,000 on my phone from
Right.
this week. Like,
And so she had sat for this photograph, and something happened to the camera and the photographer, and like she never saw the photo. And Tammy was like, well, you know, it's yours by right. Like, you can have the photo. I want you to have it. And she was like, no. It was meant to come to you. And she signed it for her, and she has it hanging in the record store. So if you're in downtown Castle Rock, check out Boogie West and the signed photo by Stevie Nicks.
and Stevie did get she had them take like a photocopy of it. However, the photo
Yeah,
of the photo.
she sent it to her, like her mom or her manager or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
she knows. Somehow she knows Stevie's manager.
Yeah, Tammy's with the shit.
Tammy
okay.
knows the people, and
Yeah.
so it was just like a really beautiful story, and it was like really beautiful girlhood, and they actually like she serenaded her like her own
Her
song.
name, yeah, it's like from some it's
TV show that we
beyond-
didn't know about,
we
but
just
like
nodded like
it
we
was
did.
just like a beautiful story about just like the graciousness of Miss Stevie Nicks.
And like meeting your idols and them exceeding your expectations.
No, it's just like
Wow.
good energy to put out
Yeah.
into the world of just like how incredible it was. And like, you know, Miss Stevie doesn't meet as many people now. And like, that's okay. That's on COVID. That's on protecting your health. And like, you know, just like, but what a privilege it was to like meet your idol. And like, what a cool story like that we get to like live in this town and we get to talk to cool store shop owners,
Owners, yeah.
support your local businesses.
Yeah, get out there and shop local, please. You have to. It's so good for the economy. I don't even know how it works, but it's true.
No, it is. If you can go out and shop local, shop local.
Do it.
But yeah, so that was so cool. And on that day, we also bought something I have been wanting for months.
What?
So when we sold my car back in March, it wouldn't turn on.
Right.
And inside the CD player was my Reputation CD that I had the entire time since Rep came out. My
Where
sister
did you
gave
buy
it to me.
Oh, okay.
My sister gave it to me for Christmas. And with that, she let me go to the Reputation tour with her because she got 2
Sweet.
tickets. So like, I was just like, she was like, what do I get you for Christmas? I was like, how about you just give me the CD so I can just like have it? That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Sing along. And because obviously we had Spotify then, but like a CD is just like, I love a CD. And so my car wouldn't turn on.
Right.
So my Reputation CD was stuck inside. And so we asked them, like, when we sold it, to please like give us the CD, like once you get the car turned on.
Yeah.
Well, like all that fell through, never happened. So I haven't had my CD since March, and that CD just sounds so good. It's so crisp. And inside the record store, you can buy it for like $35
Online, yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not going to buy it. I'll just listen to it on Spotify. It's fine. Like the streams are good, especially now that Taylor owns, because I wouldn't stream it until her masters. So like I didn't listen to it from March to July. Is that when that happened?
So.
Yeah, March, July. Like I didn't listen to it at all. And then once her masters came out, I was like, oh my gosh, Tanner, we can finally listen to Reputation. I'm so excited. Yeah. And then in Tammy's store, I find the CD for $14.99. And then behind the CD, we find the gorgeous Reputation vinyl, which I've never seen.
Picture disc, our first picture disc.
And they were beautiful. We were like, okay, it's $50. This is expensive, but like,
fuck it.
Like literally, like
also, Tammy, raise your prices on that CD. You could have been making 20 on that. 25.
No,
easy.
No, literally 75 total.
No. I just meant on the CD. She had it for $14.99. Raise the prices to 25 now that we have it.
No, literally. But yeah, so we say all that to say we got so many good music finds. We went to Target the morning of Showgirl. And
it was a Music Friday, yeah.
It was such a fun Music Friday. And then on top of that, let's talk about the release party of a Showgirl showing at theaters
cinemas
near you. Yeah,
so we went to our local AMC theaters. Shout out. I love our little local AMC.
I think it's so cute.
I know. And my favorite thing is it's usually never crowded.
No, nobody's like ever there.
Like it's like a little hidden gem to me, but so no one go.
No, literally.
But yeah, we went on Friday, the first showing at 1 p.m. We sat by this kind of weird. I did not like her energy.
No, we were up dancing and having a good time.
She was not a Swiftie.
No, she was like not happy that we were happy.
And I was like, honestly, Taylor would not approve of this.
No, we were up dancing and I was vibing, like shaking my tail feather. This was already my third listen. Like.
Yeah. No, we had ingratiated ourselves with the music at that point, and she seemed to have a problem with that, so she moved herself 3 seats down, and I was like, move on, girl.
Move on, Misty. That was so mean.
Yeah, her energy was weird, but she didn't deter us from enjoying our first watch of, it was like a lyric video kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like a behind-the-scene experience, and what it's supposed to mirror was like the secret session. So back in the day, Reputation, Taylor, and I don't remember the tours before. I know Reputation had one, I know Red had one, I know 1999 had one. They had these things called secret sessions, and Taylor would invite folks to her house and to these places to listen to the album for the first time, and she would tell them like these little behind the scenes like snippets and like how the songs were made. And so obviously like she stopped doing that one because she's massive. Like it's just like a safety risk.
Yeah.
Like she literally has to stay in certain places specific days because people are out there wild. Y'all need to get checked. If you're like that, that's not cool. That's not okay.
You're strange.
Like not cool.
Yeah.
Let the woman live.
But it was a behind the scenes, and we got the first look at the music video for The Fate of Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Now, she does say Ophelia and then Ophelia, so I'm like, what's the pronunciation, girl?
Ophelia.
Okay.
I don't know.
Same, because she says it 2 different ways.
Yeah, she says it however she needs to rhyme.
That's on being a pop star, babe.
No, that's on pop icon.
And we got to watch that, and then we got subsequently the every video lyric video for the rest of the album. So all 12, and then she played, and we got behind the scenes in the mix, and then at the end we got to watch the Fate of Ophelia again. So it was like a nice little bookend.
It was, and it was so fun to watch the music video twice because you see so many things a second time.
Yep.
And then we went back the next day. We were like laying in bed that night, and I was like, you know what? Like the world is so sad right now, and there's like we're not going to talk about that on this podcast because we're here to bring joy. But like I was just like, I'm sad. Like, can we go to the movies again? And Tanner was like, yeah, for $30, let's go be happy. Like, what an easy way to like get some joy. So we went and watched it again, and it was so much better the second time. I'm almost sad I didn't go see it a third time. I think eventually like all the clips will be live somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like, yeah, I hope like it's like there's a whole release party of like a Showgirl like bookend, like where we can watch everything at once.
Right. Now, we did get a additional like behind the scenes glance. She released another like album. Have you listened to that yet? And
No.
it's just, oh, you haven't? Remember? I showed it to you.
Yeah, you showed it to me, but I haven't
You
listened
haven't?
to
Oh,
it.
it's good. It just kind of explains the songs, not in the capacity that we saw in the theaters, but it's like similar vibes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, I've listened to that, but we did watch all of the interviews.
I was going to say my favorite Taylor is Press Taylor.
No, Taylor knows what she's doing in press. She is a showgirl. Like, if you can really get into the meta and the satire and the comedy of this album, is because like it is like it's deep and dark, and sometimes like she says they want me dead, like like, and that is showbiz, right? Like somebody always wants to be the top, and
They want your spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
of course.
literally, like y'all knew this. You watch Dance Moms. You watched who was the top of the pyramid each week, Abby Lee Miller.
Shout out.
Like you know, like let's make connections so people understand. Like,
Yeah.
like this is everywhere in life. You want that. It's the same thing when when we're all competing for the same promotion. And
Yeah, like it's corporate America. It's anywhere. It's
yeah.
like, yeah.
It's like, where are you showgirling? It's when you're crying in the car and you're getting inside and then going and like teaching your classroom. Like
And
that
doing
is
the thing.
showgirl. Like
Yeah, it is.
It's just like
It's a performance.
and
It's
like
a persona. And
no, it's so meta. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I love Press Tour Taylor. Press Tour Taylor was
do you have a favorite interview?
okay, favorite interview look?
Sure. Let's do look first. And then like
Seth Meyers. Wow. Body T, hair T.
this was the
bejeweled
corset
T.
that matched.
Okay,
yeah.
And it was like a bejeweled necklace. It looked like she was kind of in like a Fate of Ophelia, kind of like flowery.
Florally corset and skirt.
The way she was sitting with her legs out to the side, I was like, Mamma Mia. Like she just incredible.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was a really great look. But my favorite look, the sparkly dress that looked like the red one on, was that Jimmy Fallon?
And that would be my favorite interview.
Yeah. That's your favorite interview. I agree. Because they're just like buds.
No, they literally just have fun together. Jimmy is a showgirl.
No, the way he like put on a show before she came, I was like, he gets it. He couldn't even like introduce her or say anything because the crowd was losing their damn minds.
And he's like, this has never happened before like this. And I'm sure it hasn't, because like it is that this woman is just, not only is she a pop star and an icon, and people are like, her music's not even that good. I'm like, is it not? Because like there's a lot of pop stars in the world and none of them are billionaires. Like,
yeah.
you know, like most of them aren't billionaires, maybe Beyonce and Jay-Z, but like, you know, that's a whole nother layer and level of magnitude. Like she is a businesswoman. She is a creative. People, I've seen so much about giving her flack and like her like being a detriment to herself because nobody tells her no because she's such a yes woman. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, she's yes womaning her way to the top because now she has 2.1 billion. So Taylor, I do hope to see you donating because there are lots of problems going on. And I know a lot of the times you do and we don't even hear about it. But like, yeah, I am incredibly proud. Showmanship to the gods.
Now, I do have to ask you a question because I do feel you know Taylor in a lot of capacities, right? Was there an interview that you thought went bad?
I watched some of the British interviews and I felt like a lot of them were...
Oh, that was not my question. Apologies. What's this bread bit about?
This bread bit is so confusing to me. Now, I do think the bread is a bit. I think she obviously, Taylor really enjoys certain things and gets super focused on them, aka that's how songwriting even occurred, of like she picked up a guitar and she fell in love with it and she became like obsessed with it, and like here she has like created the most incredible career. Same way with cats. She has 1 cat, now she has 3 cats. She decorates her bread things with cats. Taylor loves cats. They're in her music videos. Like some people get CDs with cat hair on them, like, you know, it's just like
Despicable.
no, it's just like it's her thing. And you know what, I think the bread is the same thing. I think the bread is a bit she is picking up and she is leaning into, but I also think bread means money. Like
It's a double entendre.
absolutely. And then the bread is also like a layer of like people love seeing her big bread and being a housewife, Travie. I think there's also that. And then also the bread is just like, it's something that people can relate to because like it is a moment in culture right now. Like
it is attached to the trad wife movement, I would say. But if Taylor's thing is going to be bread, I do have to say Travis's thing, if you're listening, which I know you are, you should do bacon. Bringing home the bread and the bacon. Come on, bitch.
Literally. And he's
Do
just
some
like a
bacon.
big old man with his redwood trees. Like, bring home your bacon, redwood flavored maple syrup. Oh my God. I'm literally giving you the context.
No,
Go,
ideation
go,
fee.
go.
Ideation fee.
Ideation fee. That's not just for you. Call us Taylor. Taylor. I mean,
Freudian
Tay-Bay.
slip. Anywho, no, yeah, he needs to do a bacon bit if she's going to be on this bread bit. That was my question. Sorry,
No,
I
she
got
said she
lost
was
in
like
the
moving
sauce.
on to jams, and I would love to see a Meghan Markle.
Accoutrements,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would love to see a Meghan Markle Taylor Swift accoutrement
Collab.
mashup. Yeah,
No, I saw they did something really cool for the kids in Gaza. So shout out.
to Meghan and Harry did.
Yeah, they donated like $500,000.
Obsessed,
Tea.
obsessed.
So anywho, that would be great. Accoutrements for everyone.
Accoutrements.
Taylor, I like it. I do fear it's a bit, and like I don't know what it means. I
Me
do think
either.
you're right. I think it's a double entendre with the money and the bread. And if that's the case, I think it'd be hysterical if Travis did bacon.
No, I think they should. I think they should have a bread and bacon. I think like maybe like they would serve breakfast sandwiches as part of like their welcome party for
And
their
see-
wedding. Like
And since Donna's constantly wanting to work, she can have a butter line. Give her a
No.
butter line.
Donna's butter, bread, bacon, and butter. Yeah.
Yeah. We can come up with more, but
No.
call us.
At the dance, all of the bitches and butter and bacon and bread. They wish to hurry up and fry.
No, literally. We got to get some eggs
Fry
cooking
instead
too.
of-
Yeah.
yeah, mhm.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
No,
Call
this
us.
is this is so fun. Call us. We're so happy to help you like build out this line. Like absolutely.
Okay. Now
There's-
back. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you
No.
going to finish your
No,
thought?
I was just rambling.
Okay. Well, to back to the question I asked that it's okay to be wrong, was not the question. Though the British interviews I found to be interesting.
Yeah, I found some of them to be like very personal. I feel like some of them, like she was like, we got to listen to a few of the songs, and I'm like, did she only let you listen to 2? Like,
Yeah.
because I only heard like one specific song, and then I heard the Graham Norton show had some interesting bits. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So the Graham Norton show, which I don't think we watched it.
No, we didn't watch. We watched that on like TikTok over and over again.
Okay, well, there are several people at the Graham Norton show. Taylor was first
Yeah,
chair,
it's like a couch
obviously.
show, yeah.
But she was first chair. And then sitting beside her was Joni Turner Smith. She apparently asked her like an insensitive question. She asked, they were talking about her upcoming wedding with Travis, and like Graham was like, am I going to be invited? And Taylor's like, of course, you know. And then Jody asked, and what about babies? Taylor, I think being gracious and just trying to avoid the topic, was like, oh yeah, no, we won't invite anyone not over 18 to our wedding.
Yeah.
No babies will be present at
Yeah,
the wedding.
no babies.
And Jody Smith went on to say, no, I mean, are you going to have babies? And then an Eagle Eye fan, I love this, the fans are spilling the tea. They were like, said that Graham Norton quickly moved on the question. He like kind of cut her off and was like, no girl, we're not doing that.
Love.
And it was cut from the interview. But
Obsessed.
yeah.
I'm glad they cut it from the interview. I'm like, the only reason I'm happy to be talking about it right now is just to remind people of like, don't ask people when they're having children. You don't know if they're struggling to. You don't know if they don't want to. You don't know if they can't afford to. You don't know any of their story. And it's not your business.
No.
So at the end of the day, it's not your business, but let's just put some context to why it might be disrespectful.
Right.
And
as like people who have been asked that and like in a really hostile and like insensitive
so many
way.
hostile, insensitive ways. Yeah.
One by our ex-wedding photographer. We'll save that story for another day, but that's a teaser. If you want to know, let us
No,
know.
literally. And that's why we don't speak with her anymore.
Yeah. It's just like a crazy thing to say. And like maybe she felt comfortable, but like you feel too comfortable.
No, you don't get to ask me questions. Like, no offense. Like, this is a show and it's set up in a specific way. And like, let's follow the script.
Yeah.
This is a script. Like, it's a talk show, but like, we're going to follow what we should be doing. I don't like that. So yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, Graham Norton.
Thank you, Graham, our king. I think he would be a fun person to meet because he seems like someone who would live up to their expectations of like meeting like a comedic idol, you know?
Yeah, he's a good time girl.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Yes. And speaking of funny,
Okay. Funny girl?
basically,
What?
we went to Vegas for 12 hours.
We lived the life of a showgirl, babe.
We did.
And we'll never know another.
We'll never know another. So we decided to take one of our little weekend days. We got a little spontaneous. The tickets are cheap. And we said, you know what? Let's go.
And to be transparent, we needed to have a list for next year. And that was like a requirement. We needed one more flight.
We needed one more flight. I'm not taking any other flights this year that aren't already accounted for. And we were like, okay, we have to get this. Like, it's going to save us so much money in the future.
Yeah.
And we just like happened to like look a few days before. I kind of even forgot we were doing it. Like yesterday, somebody was like, what are you doing this weekend? I was like, oh, nothing. And I was like, oh my God, no, we're like literally going to Vegas. So we went to Vegas and it was your first time.
Yes, it was my first time actually being on the strip. We actually flew into Vegas after Hawaii, but
Yeah,
we only were at the airport.
Yeah.
And so we left the airport. The Uber there's something. It was really cool actually, but we Ubered to the strip. I'd never seen it. It was a fever dream. It was mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It looks like small from the outside, but then once you got inside, the scale of the buildings and everything that was happening, it was like I was gobsmacked.
No, that's such a great way to describe it. Of like when you're in the car, you're like, okay, this isn't going to take long to get there because it is only like a mile from the
airport.
A mile and a half from the airport.
Yeah.
Like it didn't take anything but 10 minutes. Like, and getting in, like we literally like drove our car there the other morning, left it in the parking, and then we were literally on and off the plane. It was like the most fun experience.
It
like
was amazing.
We just literally sat front row, got on the plane both times, got off the plane both times, in and out, like at the airport. We've never been that fast, and that was incredible.
That's what I was going to say. It is luxurious to get to travel light, I would say, or like have someone else figure out your bags for you or ship them there, because like usually we're traveling with huge luggage. We're traveling with Brooks, and like we have to go to the counter and like all of the nonsense.
No, we got checked in, got breakfast, had 20 minutes to spare.
Yeah, it was incredible. So like
All
if
in
you can
45
just
minutes.
travel with a carry-on or like a personal item, do it. It's great.
We did. We just traveled with our personal items, and it was so much fun.
And we landed about 10. And the first stop we went to was where?
The Venetian. So we had take us from the airport to the furthest stop, which was the Venetian and the Palazzo. And I wanted to take Tanner there because they have like the like gondola, and it's supposed to be like Italy. It's supposed to be like you're in Venice.
Yes.
And like you're just
It was
like
that.
Yeah. And so like there's a gondola and it goes inside to outside, and like it's really beautiful and sunny. It's like 80 degrees, and like it was just so beautiful to see. And the walls are painted and the ground feels like cobblestone streets.
Yeah.
And I just wanted him to see it because it just feels like it does transport you to another place, even though you're in this like big gimmicky place where you're supposed to spend all your money.
Facts.
They do such a good job at making you feel like cool and special and seeing something like that. Crushed.
And that was a really cool experience. We were going to ride the gondolas, but they were an ungodly amount of money
To do it alone, and I couldn't do it with other people.
Yeah, I was like, no, we're really good. And so that was cool. The sidewalks in Vegas. So we initially were going to like walk the sidewalks, but they were like, no, babes, you want to do something else.
You want to go by the pedestrian walkway, which is interconnected through
like all the hotels and casinos.
which is brilliant because that makes you go inside, spend money, check out different things. It's also great for like going to the bathroom, because if you do the walkways, you're inside somewhere, you're gonna be able to find a bathroom quickly, or you can, Vegas is open carry, you can stop and get you a little drink.
And then continue on these fun little escalators. Like they weren't even escalators.
Tanner's obsessed with the escalators.
Okay, something about young Tanner is that we would go to the Nashville Mall almost every weekend, and my parents would like shop and stuff, and I would just ride the escalators up and down because that shit really ticked a box in my column for some reason. And these escalators went crazy. They had escalators that were going around like circularly a column. They had escalators that were on the ground. Like, if I would have seen this in Vegas, I would have probably begged my parents to move to Vegas. I'd be like, no, we have to live here. Do you see these escalators? Fuck off.
No, literally, the escalators were so fun. Next
Amazing.
level. So we went in and out. So we started at the Venetian, and then we ended up at Caesars, which is
the circular
massive.
Escalators.
Yeah, where the circular escalators are. And everything is, they have the forum shops there. The canal shops are great, but they're a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you have the forum shops. The forum shops are just huge.
Huge. Is this where we ate?
We ate at Carmine's.
No, but it was in Caesars. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, like you said, it's huge.
We first get there and it's just like columns of these beautiful goddesses, the Greek goddesses, Caesar's Roman goddesses. Yeah.
It's all interconnected.
Yeah, you know.
And so we went into the casinos.
We went into the casinos, got a little something, played a few slots. Tanner won money. No, it was so much fun.
No, I was shitting my pants. I was like, this is incredible. My machine was just like going crazy. And I was like, I don't even care if it's $2. It was 18. But I was like, this made me feel like a king.
No, it was so fun. He was like, oh my God. And I was like, this is so fun. I've never won money. And like, we don't win money because we don't spend money. Let's be very clear.
We went in with $10.
Yeah, we literally had $10 in cash. We were like, we'll take 40. We didn't even have 40 to take. We literally had $10. We spent the $10. It was so fun. Like, we gambled a little there. We played. We had a little drink. We walked around. And I just like, it's so fun to walk the hotels because there's just a million things happening. They have like award-winning spas. They have huge coliseums where you do like performances. They have gambling on every corner. They have all kinds of restaurants by these huge names like Gordon Ramsay, Guy Fieri, all the different chef people, Lisa Vanderpump. Like, it's just like, it's capitalism on such a grand scale.
Yeah, it really is. It's something to behold, I would say.
Yeah.
And it was cool. And then we found Carmine. So we ended up having lunch there. We split the chicken parm for two with rigatoni noodles. Now, I do have to say, I would judge someone based on the noodle choices because whenever we ordered, he asked like what kind of noodles we wanted, and she was like, I don't know, what kind do you have? And he like listed off all the kinds. If you're getting an angel hair pasta with this fat piece of chicken parm, it's not holding up. You need a fat noodle like a rigatoni. You need
a noodle of sustenance.
Yeah, something to absorb.
A substantial. That's okay to be wrong. It's not a noodle of sustenance. A noodle of
substance.
A substance.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's okay to be wrong.
So yeah, we got chicken parm with the rigatoni noodles, and incredible.
I will say the note was the chicken parm was next level delicious. The rigatoni noodles, I think they should have been made with some garlic and butter.
Yeah, they needed a little bit, like, because they put like almost, I would say it was like a salt on top of the chicken parm. Like if you sprinkled that on the noodles, it would have been.
No, that would have been good. But that was so good. So we had that, and then we like walked around some more.
We walked a total of 8 miles that day.
It was so much fun.
Incredible. We enjoyed, and then we actually went over to the Paris, right?
We went over to the Paris after that. Well, actually, we explored. I showed you like where the hotel was, the pool. Gorgeous.
Pool. We saw the pool at the Palazzo. It was absolutely stunning. And as we were leaving Caesars, Kismet, right?
No,
that wasn't
that was
here?
at the Paris.
Oh, just kidding.
But let's go to the Paris.
So we went to the Paris,
which is also a Caesars hotel. Like, and so everything kind of looks alike on the inside, but like there's different shops and different experiences at each thing. So there might be a Gordon Ramsay at like your hotel at Caesars and a Gordon Ramsay at your hotel at Paris, but there's going to be 2 different restaurants, 2 different themes, just like this. There was a Lisa Vanderpump at Caesars, and there's also a Lisa Vanderpump at the Paris, and we went to the Paris to see Lisa.
I know, but didn't we just go over to the Paris first, or no? Where did we see the person we knew from town?
After we ate at Lisa's.
Oh, that was after we had dinner?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think so, but sure. You know better than I do.
I do know better.
I know. I'm like, I trust you, but that doesn't seem accurate. Anywho, doesn't matter. We went to the Paris, and it's cool because, like you said, they are different themed, and like the Paris had parts of the Eiffel Tower footing inside of the
No, it
building.
was so cool.
It was sick. Oh, it was after. We
I
can
have photo
confirm.
evidence.
We have photographic evidence, and it's okay to be
To be wrong.
stupid.
It's okay to not remember because you were having a good time.
That part. So we went to the Paris and explored around there for a second.
Which is so pretty in there because they do have the Eiffel Tower and it looks like the Eiffel Tower is coming out of the ceiling like you were just sharing about.
Yeah.
And they have just like different little jaunts. But we ate at Vanderpump Paris.
We did.
Again. We were just a little
Again?
hungry when we were
we
at
ate
Carmine's. And then like we were like, crap, well now we have a reservation in 2 hours, so we'll just get apps. And so we go in and they immediately serve us with Lisa's bubbly, which was delicious.
So sweet.
No, it was so good. It was very florally and like good bubbles, crisp, champagne, babes.
Yeah. And we got the goat cheese cakes.
The goat cheese cakes or goat cheese coquette, whatever you want to say.
Coquettes. We don't know.
They
We're
were
not French.
delicious, but they were like extremely goat cheesy. They don't show you that you can order goat cheese balls. If I had to choose between the goat cheese cake and the goat cheese ball, I would order the goat cheese ball.
1000%.
But if you have 4 people at the table with you, honestly, maybe get the goat cheese cake because it is so thick and delicious.
And if you like a salad, like it comes with a salad. It was very strange to me, but I prefer like to you the goat cheese balls. But it was good.
And then we had these caviar bites.
Ooh, they were on like a little square of potatoes that were like cooked together, like sliced very thin, and all these potatoes were cooked together in this delicious sauce. And then on top it had creme fraiche and a little green onion and a plop of black caviar. And oh, it was so good.
It was so decadent, so rich.
Yeah.
Like there are things that like honestly like we couldn't eat by ourselves, which is so sad because it was delicious. Like they were so good, but like wowza.
Yeah, if you want to go and have apps, take a buddy or 3 because you'll need them.
And like get the champagne, have a good time. It's such a Lisa restaurant. It was beautifully decorated.
Gorgeous.
And then we enjoyed that for a minute. We walked around Paris just to see what it was like in there. And then my grandma stayed at the Paris, which is what I was sharing as we left the Paris. And as we were leaving,
The back of the Paris, Kismet.
we ran into a childhood friend of mine. She
Yeah.
was one of my childhood friends' moms.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, so-and-so. And so we took a little pic and it was so good to see them. It was so wild. Love them.
Yeah, it was so random because they were like getting into their car to leave on the back alleyway. Like I said, we left the back of the Paris. Like we weren't
Yeah.
on the main strip.
No,
on
we
the
were
side.
literally like lost, but like just like walking around going
Like,
to have
girl,
a good time.
that's you, girl.
I was like, wow. And she was like, stop it. And she was FaceTiming her daughter. So I got to say hi because those are the girls I grew up with.
Right.
And so it was just fun.
It was cute, yeah.
And then we went to the Aria shops. It's the crystals. Shop the crystals at Aria.
Oh, the Aria was super cool. Like on
No,
the
gorgeous.
inside, it was all done in the cosmos. Like it was like the astrology signs,
Yeah,
I guess.
astrology
like
signs is
Gemini,
very
Leo.
like crystally leaning in, like
Yeah.
vibes.
It was cute.
Aria was vibes. Like
It
I would
was.
love to stay there.
No, we should stay there next time.
It's very like bright and like it is crystally gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
Sparkling.
And then it was time for us to leave.
And then we literally wrapped it up. We had such a good time. We got home and then we had to let our Brixie out.
I do have to say, we did go in the in-between. I remember we went back to the shops and we were cornered, you guys. We were, these people thought we had more money than we really did because
I think we could have bought something, but like it wouldn't have been good for us. Like we would have had to like really hustled.
we went into this, it was like a cute little shop it was kind of in the center of the shops. Like it didn't have its own storefront is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it
in the
was like
center.
it was a pop-up.
A pop-up, thank you.
So there was the traditional Fendi.
Yes, there was the traditional Fendi.
And then there was
pop-up.
a Fendi pop-up. And wow,
It looked like it had a snake wrapped around the building,
was
and it was so
gorgeous.
cool. And so we were intrigued, and Kibby was like, let's just go in. And I was like, okay, fine, we'll go in.
Yeah.
So we pop into the Fendi, and this nice man, he like greets us. He's like, hi, how are y'all? We're like, good, thanks. And we're just looking around. He's like, let us know if you need anything. And we're just like looking. And so we're just chatting. I'm like, what is this? Is this a snake? And about that time, the sales associate from the main store, who is like the manager, comes over.
And she's obsessed with us.
Obsessed with us. There are other people in the store, but like she will not let the mice go, and we're the mice.
No.
And she's like talking to us and just being super sweet and very friendly. And
we loved it, but
yeah, we loved the attention. She was telling us all the details about the bags and the shoes that were in the pop-up, and then she went over and talked to the mannequin, and she was like, listen, if the buzzer isn't working, you need to come over and grab me. And I was like, we were doxed.
No, literally. Well, and she was like, please feel free to take any photos that you want. No, she was talking to me about photos and videos, and I was like, ma'am, do you have like a facial generator? Knowing that I have a whopping 13.9K followers.
She's like, yeah, do whatever you want. And then she kept inviting us into the main store, and I was
we were like, ma'am, we have to go. We can only afford what's in the pop-up.
And even then, we're taking out a loan.
Oh, get McDonald's Klarna.
No, I'm like, do you want to gift us something?
No, literally. I did see one of the most gorgeous bags I've ever seen. It was a red
baguette.
sequined baguette. Mm-hmm. The sequin baguette red. It reminded me of Dorothy, but also like sequins are forever and you don't know.
We love full circle moment.
No, literally. And so it was a day of beautiful seeing things, listening to the album on the way there and on the way home.
Yeah, we shared AirPods like we were in high school. It was cute.
It was so cute. And like, yeah, so that's that on the life of a showgirl and the life of a Vegas showgirl.
And frankly, I'll never know another.
Oh, literally. Never know another. And if you're not listening to It's Okay to Be Wrong regularly, go ahead and hit subscribe and follow anywhere that you get your podcast, whether that is Amazon, Spotify, Apple, you name it. We're there. Go ahead and follow us on It's Okay _to be wrong on Instagram and TikTok. And we love you.
Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.